Hello farmers, I'm going to show you how to grow, harvest, and sell red beet. If this video helps you, please like it, leave a silly comment for the algorithm, and don't subscribe to me. Okay, time to set up that field for 100% yield bonus. The one main thing you need to know actually is that you cannot get 100% yield bonus unless you are planting over another previous crop, because you have to mulch it. Now, you don't have to do everything I'm doing here in the order except for the mulching, okay? We have to mulch first. So let's go ahead and look at our heat map. Sorry, the saving real quick. What I like to do is I like to turn them all off. All right, so let's just click deselect all. All right, and then we're going to go through one at a time. Unfortunately, it's not in order here, so we're just going to start with mulched. When it is mulched, you're going to see a little bit of purple. Okay, so we're going to start with this mulcher right here. Here it is on the purchase menu, sold cultivation mulcher. You buy whatever you want. Buy like this one. This looks like an airplane, and the other one is like super expensive. This has a good width to it. Let's go ahead and get in the vehicle. We're just going to lower the mulcher with V. When you press lower, it also unfolds it too, which is nice. So, and then you just got to press B to turn her on. And there we go. We are mulching. And if we look at our heat map, we'll see it filling in nicely. All right, so let's go ahead and mulch the whole field. Okay, so everything is all mulched up. As you can see here, it will all be purple. Now we can just go ahead and get rid of that. There we go. All right, so now we probably need to plow. So we can see that it's red, needs to be plowed, also needs to be limed, but I like to start with plowing first. Now I'm going to talk about plowing real quick. We're going to be using this thing right here. Okay, I'll show you where it is in the purchase menu. So we got to go down to plows. Now, it's really important, don't buy these things. Don't buy any of these. Buy the subsoiler, which does the same thing as the plow. The thing with these things is they're for creating new fields. That's what I would use them for, okay? So the subsoiler doesn't create new fields, but still plows like anything else, okay? So you want to just go ahead and buy one of these and then go ahead and attach it and plow away. Okay, so I got it connected. We are going to go ahead and unfold it with X. Oh, it's actually, it was already unfolded for me. So let's just lower it then. And then we just need to drag it along. Okay. And it's going to reveal stones. And it's going to make it look like this, which is okay. So you can see it's going away now. And also it will still stay mulched even though you plow it. So that's okay as well. So let's just go ahead and go through and plow this whole field. Okay, so everything's plowed, but that reveals rocks everywhere. As we can see, there's now rocks everywhere after you plow. Now let's quickly get rid of the plowing. We now see all the red is gone, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Let's head over to stones. All right, so we can see the stones that need to be picked up. Now, you can push the stones back in if they're yellow, okay? But unfortunately, the subsoiler that you use... Oh, I put it over there. When you use that subsoiler, it reveals a lot of the orange stones or the red stones, which have to be picked up with this thing right here, the stone picker. Okay, let's just quickly look at the soil cultivation section again. There's the stone picker. There's only one version, so go ahead and pick it up. We got to go ahead and pick up all these stones. Okay, so I got the stone picker on me right now. We're just going to lower it. All right, and then we're going to turn it on with B. All right, and then we're just going to go through again and pick up all these stones. Now, if you look on the right-hand side, you'll see the percentage amount of stones I got. It's at 5% now, and I'm slowly picking up more stones. Okay, and then if you're going to fill up eventually with stones, and you're going to have to get rid of them. So if we just go through this section here, and we look for stones... Here's stones right here. We'll be able to see that we can get rid of the stones at the cement factory. So we just click on that, tag it, and then we can look through our map. And there's where we get rid of the stones just over there. Okay, so let's pick up all these stones now. Okay, so all the rocks are picked up. And we can now move on to the next step, which is liming. So we're going to go ahead and click in needs lime. We can see that it does need some lime. So I'll quickly get out of my truck here and I'll show you what I got. I got this thing right here. All right, along with some lime. Sorry, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Okay, so you're going to find this thing in yield improvements under fertilizer spreaders. All right, I got this one right here because it does lime. I don't know of any others that do lime. You really got to look for this icon right here. And then we're just going to head to consumables, and you got to buy lime to fill it up with, and you can just fill it up at the shop once you buy the lime there. You know, always take the lime over to your farm and then fill it up there, but I just usually fill up the shop every time. Okay, so let's get inside. We're going to unfold the fertilizer spreader with X. Okay, and then we are going to turn it on with B. And this one's a nice, easy one. You could see exactly where you're spreading it. So let's just go ahead and move straight a little bit. And then turn it off, and let's look at the map. Need lime. You can see now that section doesn't need lime anymore. So let's go ahead and do the whole field. Okay, so I got the whole place limed. You know when you don't see any more of that light blue. Now let's talk about fertilization. Now, there's two kind of states of fertilizers. There's the 50%, which is the light, and then the dark blue, which is the full 100%. Now, there's multiple ways for you to get to 100%. I'm going to tell you the easiest way, in my opinion, is manure. All right, I'm going to show you two ways, actually. So I got the manure spreader. Let's get out of the vehicle quickly. I'll show you it here. And then let's go into the buy section, and I'll show you the fertilizer spreaders. Is that what it was? No, it's not that. Manure spreaders, sorry. All right, any of these is fine. All right, the only thing that changes is the width that they spread them. Now, what's interesting about manure spreaders, it can give you that 100% fertilization without adding any other fertilizer. All you have to do is activate the double application rate, which I think is just comma. If you look under turn on manure spreader on the left-hand side, you can see activate double application rate. Let's go ahead and press it. Now it says activate normal. All right, so you want to keep it on that. Let's go ahead and turn on. Oh, we need to unfold it first. Unfold with X. All right. And then turn it on with B, and then we're just going to start applying. Now, when you do double, it will take longer. You see how slow I'm moving? Okay, so let's just go ahead and turn it off and turn it back to normal rate, and then turn it on again. And then we move a little bit faster, not a whole lot faster, but let's go ahead and turn it off, and then I'll show you. As you can see, that's the one I did double. That's the one I did single. Now let's grab another fertilizer option, and I'll show you that too. Okay, this is the next thing we're going to look at is this liquid fertilizer sprayer. I'm going to show you where that is. So we're in just normal sprayers. I think it's this one that I bought. Yeah, and you'll know it's the right one when it's got this icon here, okay? Now, to buy the consumables, you can go ahead and go into here, and then you'll see liquid fertilizer right there. Now, apparently it is more expensive than manure, so you can take or leave it, but it is much faster to spread this than it is to spread the manure on the double. But either way, you're going to have to spread manure, so it's really kind of up to you how much you really want to do. So let's go ahead and unfold it. You can change its work width by pressing Control and then Z. And then if you look on the bottom there, that green bar, it's just changing the amount that gets sprayed out. So if I press B right now to turn it on, oh, it hasn't unfolded yet. All right, so press B to turn it on. See, it's only doing that middle there. So if I spread it out again, there we go. Now it's doing this. And then I spread it out again to its full width. And there we go. Let's press B. Let's move forward. And there we go. Now we're fertilizing. All right. Let's turn it off again. I'll show you the map. And as we can see, it's only going to give you that one state of fertilization. So you could just use this thing first and then do manure afterwards. It's up to you what product you got a lot of. So let's go ahead and get this fertilized. Okay, so we're all fertilized except for a spot here or there that I missed out on. Also, what I thought was kind of interesting is that these are the two spots that I double manured, and they have different textures than when I spray a manure, which I thought was weird. But that's okay, it doesn't really matter. If we get out of our car, we can actually see that if we look on the right-hand side, field info, that it's 100% fertilized. All right, so we're good to go. Now we're just going to look through the rolling. So where is rolling? Right there. So we got to check and see if we need it. Sometimes you don't need it, and right now I don't need it. But sometimes also for rolling, that there's certain seeds that you plant that require rolling afterwards. So make sure after you plant your seeds, you come back and check and see if it needs to be rolled or not. Rollers can be found in yield improvements. There it is there. Buy either one you feel like. It's just the size difference. That's all that's going on in that spot, and it's very easy to use. Okay, as you can see, I got a yield bonus of 100%. That's what we're looking for. Make sure you go back after you plant your crop. I've just planted my crop. Make sure you go back and check and see if it needs rolling, okay? Because there's a lot of crops that need rolling after you plant them. And I just did a little bit of rolling, and as you can see, I got 100%. The ones that aren't rolled is at 97%. Now it's time to plant the red beet, and it is actually pretty complicated. But first off, you plant it in April, May, or June. It could be harvested, I think, so if you plant it in April, you could probably harvest it in August, May, and then you harvest it in September, and so on and so forth. Okay, we're going to use this thing right here. Let me quickly show you. It's in vegetable planters. Now, you're going to want to use this one and this one. I know it's smaller, but it's easier to use, okay? Because these ones you have to use like each. You got to use this one on the field, then use that one on the field. It's annoying. Just do this one and this one. You can attach them together. I'll show you how. Oh, one more thing I should tell you is that when you buy this, make sure you get the 3-point attachment. All right? That's what lets you connect them together. All right, I already got this one connected to this tractor. By the way, one more thing. This screwed me up for quite some time. Make sure that your growth section, it is cultivated. If it's not cultivated, the seeder doesn't work. Okay, so make sure that it is light blue and it is cultivated. All right, so it's attached to our tractor here. Let's lower it with V so we can easily attach it. Then press Q to attach it. Now we're attached. Good stuff. Now we can control each one individually. So we're controlling the back right now. So let's press B to turn it on. Also, let's press Y to switch to, am I not allowed to, when it's on? Maybe I got to turn it off first. Oh, you got to turn it off first before you can switch. Switching over to red beet, as you can see on the right-hand side. And then we're turning on the seeder. Press G. Then we're going to turn on the ridge former with B. All right, it's all lowered. Everything should be ready to go. All right, so we're just going to go along like this. Now it's going to make nice little rows. Now it's up to you how much you want to make the rows uniform. It's just aesthetic. You can just go all over the field if that's what you feel like. And by the way, you could fill up the seed. This seeder fills up with just any regular seeds that you can buy from the shop. Okay, so I did a few passes. I'm not going to do the whole field, but as you see, it's growing, and there are weeds growing, so we got to make sure we use our weeder. I got one over here. All right, this is the weeder that I use here. Now, when weeds are just growing, you can't see them on this chart here. I have weeds turned off actually right now, so I can't even show you the chart, but it won't show up anyway if it just says growing, but you can still remove them with any weeder at the time. It just gets harder to see them. So it should be in yield, I think. The yield section, yield improvement. There's the weeders there. Use any one that you can afford. Okay, and go through it and take out all those weeds before they grow. You should be able to, you should only have to do that once. All right, so let's go to sleep and go to when it's time to harvest. Okay, so it's August for me now, and like I said, I planted it in April, so now I can harvest it in August. So I got the one strip here. Now, what we got to use to harvest it is this thing right here. Now, let me explain about this thing. Now, where is it again? It's in vehicles. Should be vegetable harvesters. Yeah, there it is right there. Don't buy this big boy because you still have to drive alongside it in order to get the carrots or the beets at the same time. There's no holding holding compartment except for this one. This one does have a holding compartment, so you can use it and not worry about having to drive alongside it if you're a solo player like me. I have no friends. I'm not playing with somebody else, or I'm not using this AI either. All right, so this is it right here. Let's get inside. All right, and so we can control the output. You see that thing going up and down? That lets you just get it into bigger or lower trailers. So we're going to turn it on with B. I think it's already unfolded. Just make sure we got pipe out first. Unfold pipe first. Why do you unfold that pipe? You actually have to have the main compartment all the way down in order to use it. All right. I didn't know that. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive over to it now. And we're going to lower it with V. Turn it on with B. And then just go through, and it only takes out like 1 or 2 rows at a time. But if you look, we should see the red beets showing up in the hopper right now. There we go. We're filling up with red beets. Let's fill it up, and then I'll show you how to dump it and sell it. Okay, I got myself halfway full. I only did a few passes. Let's go over to a trail. I got a trailer right here that's a little smaller, so it's easier to get into. I always had a hard time getting into that green one that's right beside it. Let's go ahead and lift it up with O. All right, so we're nice and high, and then we should be able to just go right into that trailer. There we go. Good stuff. Okay. Oh, do you actually have to be attached in order for it to keep going? That sucks. All right. Okay, so beets can actually be given to your pigs, and that's pretty much it. Your pigs will take it, and they like root crops. So if you don't know what to do with them, you can use them there. Now, the two factories you can build to give the red beets to are the preserved food factory, which will make preserved food, or you can give it to the soup factory, which will make red beet soup. Okay, so that's the only two factories you can go ahead and put down if that's what you want to do with them. If not, we can just sell them. So let's just go into our sell menu. It's all in alphabetical order. So R, red beet right there. Okay, so it's best sold in January. And then this place takes it here. That's the closest one to me right now. There's lots of different places that take them. Let's tag it so we know where to go. I think I'm already there. I had a feeling it was this place. I'm just going to quickly show you where I am on the map, just in case you care to see it. But if you tag it, and then it'll flash like this, and it'll give you a red dot to know where to go. Okay, so that's always fun. All right, so let's go through here and press I to start overloading. And there we go. We're selling it now, and that small load will give us $1,000. Now, if you had a whole field is going to get you like 30 grand. If that got me 1,000, I barely went through the one strip that I had. All right, so that's everything you need to know about beets, how to grow, sell them, harvest them. If this video helped you, please like it, leave a silly comment for that algorithm, and don't subscribe to me.